since we are living in troubling times, and the whole world is being attacked with this corona epidemic, and many of our Jewish brethren are part of the general picture who are suffering, and there's a lot of loss of direction, and to understand what does Hashem want from us, what does He expect us to do, how can we change. And since I've been getting many calls, and it's difficult to answer everyone, although sometimes the answers have to be specific and personal, but some of them ask me please to send out some videos from time to time, short, very short, just to give guidelines to people, to enlighten them with words of Torah, and to know what is the right thing to do at this very difficult time in our lives. Our rabbis say, Dvarim hayotzim min halev nichnasim min halev. Words that come out of the heart penetrate the hearts of others. For words to have an impression on others, to make an impression on others, they have to be truly coming out of the heart of the person who speaks them. So I thought that this would be the right topic to start off this series of videos that we hope to be making on different topics, short and we hope helpful. And the title should be Dvarim hayotzim min halev. There's a pasuk in Mishlei which says, Ki Hashem yiten chokhmah mipiv dat v'tbuna. Hashem gives wisdom and gives the depth of Torah from His mouth, kaviyachol. So whatever we say and whatever we try and understand and teach to others, we hope it's coming to us from Hashem, from the wisdom of Hashem, from the mouth of Hashem, that we say words that are correct and appropriate for people to understand and know, and relate to them and be helped by them. There's a story about the very great rabbi in Morocco, Rabbi Baruch Toledano. He was a great rabbi and a great tzaddik. His main talmid and right-hand man and devoted follower was my father-in-law, Rabbi Yitzhak Ohana. Once during a very difficult time in Morocco, it was a time of war, so the entire army of Morocco was mobilized, and of course, they're not so fond of Jews. And Rabbi Baruch Toledano heard about a very distant village in Morocco where they don't have a Talmud Torah. So he told my father-in-law, come along, we're going by train, and we're going to speak to them that they must start a Talmud Torah. So everyone told them, you're crazy, it's a time of war, it's dangerous, you can't travel at this time. They, two old rabbis will just kick you off the train and you'll die. It's all full of soldiers going to the war front. He says, no, mitzvah haba liyadcha an tachmitzena, a mitzvah that comes your way, do it on the spot. So they arrived at this village, and the whole community came out to meet them. The rabbis and those in charge of running the community, the askanim, and they took the rabbis to the shul and said, of course you want to speak? Yes, I want to speak. So he spoke to them and said, I came here on a very special mission at a very dangerous time, risking my life and the life of my Talmid, Rabbi Ohana. But it was so important to me, I had to come. My message is that a town that doesn't have a Talmud Torah is in danger. It just will be blown up and go up in flames. I've come to save your lives. You have to take care of your children and educate them in the way of Torah. Start a Talmud Torah. So they heard his talk, and then they said they got together, spoke, and then they came up to the rabbi and said, look, Rabbi, it's a time of war. Now it's very difficult to get the money together and to get the workers and the builders and to set it up and do it. Of course, in the matter of time, after maybe a few months, a couple of years, when the war is over, we'll handle it and we'll do it. But now it's impossible. So the rabbi started crying, but not just crying. He cried like a baby when you take away its chocolate. That's how he was crying, screaming and weeping and crying and crying and crying, and hitting his chest and saying, I'm a wicked person, I'm a Rasha, I'm a wicked person. They were all shocked. Rabbi, what happened? Why are you saying that? You're not wicked at all. What's happened? So the rabbi answered them and said, look, if our rabbi said, Dvarim hayotzim min halev nichnasim in halev, that words that come from the heart penetrate the heart, and I spoke to you, and my words didn't penetrate your hearts because you're telling me later, sometime in a couple of years, that means my heart is wicked. I'm not the right person to be speaking. I have a bad heart. That's why my words are not impressing you and not changing your opinions. Immediately they broke down and took upon themselves to do whatever the rabbi said and to start the Talmud Torah. So this, we hope, is going to be a series of short lectures, and to come out with a point that we hope will be Begeder, that means the type of things that we say about them, Dvarim hayotzim min halev nichnasim el halev.